Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome.
Monday. That was a pretty
outside. What is that about? I remember the outside.
No, it's a beautiful day. It's
awesome.
Just gorgeous, and it feels wonderful. And I like your little video. That was a pretty epic garbage fail.
Yeah,
have you had a lot more garbage since you've been home?
I had a lot more garbage, a lot more bottles of stuff, just bottles and
lots of bottles.
And bottles of stuff. Yeah, I've been lucky enough to have friends that have helped us out with the extra bottles here and there, but it's payback time. I had to go to Costco for a couple extra bottles of stuff.
Well, I got a meme. Luckily my children are grown, so I am not having to do the homeschooling thing. Yeah. But I saw a meme the other day that said it may take a village to raise a child, but it will take a vineyard to homeschool one.
Yeah. So, yeah. I agree. Well, we're homeschooling our dogs. That's about all that's going on there. But I hope you had a great weekend. As usual, the weekend update I made for dinner last night. I had leftover. I had half of a chuck roast. I gave that to Penny, and I made that with some potatoes, onions, and stuff. And then we had pork belly tacos on Friday, amazing. And then at flank steak on Saturday. Yesterday we had Chinese food because we social distanced in the backyard. So our neighbors came around the back. We had I think we had Josh and Brent from down the street. They were 6 feet apart. And then we had Clay and Jesse were able to make it over here. Everyone came around the back. They had their chairs. We had drinks and everyone social distance, and then had Chinese food, and then I went to bed. And that's awesome. And I actually had to put on pants today. I'm not wearing them now, but I had to put on pants today. I'm wearing shorts, but you don't want your butt cheek sticking to the chair. Too much information.
Yes, quite a bit.
Well, for those of you just joining us, welcome to C21 Live in the afternoon. I'm David, and this is Dana. And this is just an opportunity where we get to talk to our agents since we're not seeing them as much, but we also invite the general public to listen in on things. And speaking of the general public, we like to bring in the general public and our local people that are, our small businesses as well, that are, making changes and doing things, whatever they need to get through this time. And with us today, we do have coming in from Rangers Outpost, we have Michael. I think it's fried. I think it's fried. It looks like fried, but it's fried. Let's bring it. Freed. I know. Well, people spell my name with 2 O's, and I've always just called you Mike. So it's I apologize. I did not. It's mean
perfectly fine.
I should have asked before we went on the air, but
hello, no worries.
How are you doing over there?
Most people say fried, so it's no.
Well, it's
good.
Good. Tell a bit now. Well, actually, I told you earlier. I was going to tell people a little bit about how we know each other. We go way back to the days of yore when you and your partner, your husband Rick, were over at Yuppie Puppy. If anyone knows where Yuppie Puppy was, that was over off of what? It was off of Mills, right? And
Marks and Mills. Marks and Mills, yes.
Right. Yeah, and they took over. I think did you take over the Cumberland Farms there at the time, or was there one next to it?
No. It was we had 1,000 square feet. Right, there was Cumberland Farms, which turned into Chevron, and then there was 1,000 square feet located just tucked right next to it.
Yeah,
and that's where Yuppie Puppy was.
Yeah, but then you moved over down the road. You moved down the road.
We moved down the road.
Hear some dogs. Yes. The dog walkers.
Yes, you're gonna hear barking. I'm sorry. It's just.
Well, actually, that's not my house. Anyway, you moved down to, then you had like 5,000 square foot, and then you eventually made the move to Winter Park and built this beautiful facility. I mean, it's absolutely astounding what you built. Tell them a little bit about Rangers Outpost.
So Rangers Pet Outpost is it's got a common primary services. We do doggy daycare, we do grooming, we do boarding, we do training, and we have merchandise. We sell food and stuff, and that's our gig. We've got a great clientele. We've got a wonderful folks that come and patronize us. And we play with dogs all day. That's it. That's all I do is play with dogs all day.
Well, I know it's a lot more than that. I mean, you two are some of the hardest working people I know in my circle of friends. I mean, you're always working, but they do take time to get out and have a vacation every now and then. And when you vacation well, you guys get out there, you do stuff that I only wish I could do. I'm jealous. I live vicariously through your vacations because you go out and you do fun things, and unlike us, we're unorganized people. But
so we're really good at the 24-hour go because we do work a lot, and so we will hit the theme parks, or if we do a trip, we try to make it a big trip, and we try going someplace. Like we were able to share in someone's 50th birthday in which is awesome. So we went down to Puerto Vallarta, and it was right before right during the pandemic breakout, and we got back just in time to go. Let's not do anything.
Yeah, I know that feeling. We were in LA when this all started breaking out, and I think we barely made it on the plane back from LA for the convention, and then we were back here, and we've been home ever since. So I can relate to that. So how has this affected your business and all?
Well, no one's traveling.
Well, yeah, I mean, but like you said, it was 24 hours of traveling. I mean, but as far as your guests coming there, and I mean, I would imagine that would be a bit of a hit.
So here's a game plan. Of course, a lot of folks are staying at home, and so we are a boarding facility, so we're able to stay open. We've got lots of folks that are still bringing their dogs into us for doggy daycare, and of course, people like having clean dogs while they're at home. So we have lots of folks that are still bringing their dogs in to get them groomed when they're doing doggy daycare. So, but as far as actual boarding for people traveling, that part of our segment of our business is pretty much just gone to the has hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
So we have had to lay off a lot of folks. And we have changed the structure of our operation. We meet everyone in the parking lot when they come to visit us. We try to practice good social distancing. Everybody has a mask on.
Hold on, let me get a look closer. And is that like a dog on there? Hold on.
No, it's not a dog. It's Camel. Actually, we've had tons of our clients.
Where's Mike? What happened to Mike?
I'm gone. We've had a lot of our clients that have been more than generous, either with just doing some amazing things. So lots of our clients are making these masks, and they're bringing us extra masks, and so that we have plenty of masks for our staff, and we have other clients who need one. We give those out, and we've had other things like we've had a lot of folks that got their stimulus check, and have come up to us and said, look, if there's any of your employees that need some assistance, by all means, I don't need this, take this. So we've had some really generous clients who have passed their stimulus on to other employees.
Fabulous.
I would say I was surprised by that, but I'm not, because you guys run such a wonderful business, and you involve yourself in the community, and you do right by others, and people will always do right by you. And I think that's good. That's good for any business, and I've always known that about you. I mean, anytime like the Fringe Festival, I constantly, I do something for the Fringe Festival, and I get the ads from Mike, and I throw them in the program and all that, but they're always doing something to help out the community. And like I said, your business overall is, I wish we could see your facilities, because they're truly remarkable. So you've got two different play areas now, right?
Well, we've kind of broken our building. One half of it really focuses on boarding, and the other half on doggy daycare, and then of course we have our grooming area. But it's all in all, it's just under 40,000 square feet, and most of that is dedicated to the dogs being able to play. We've got a really nice training room now, which is awesome. It's pretty darn big too. So But
I have a couple children that you need to train. I swear.
I was gonna say.
Oh gosh.
You
They had their big night last night. The big night last night was they got to sleep on the bed and they made it through the whole night. So I am
that's right. You got new ones. You got little ones.
Yeah, I have Lucy and Linus. They're Basset Hounds, and so we'll just leave it at that. They're Basset Hounds.
And Dana, do you have puppy dogs?
I do. I was gonna have my little man do.
Yeah, just hop up.
Let's see.
Just hop up and
come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
You know, that has been one thing. There have been a lot of regular dogs that I normally see that. Oh, hello!
Look at this baby. He's like, I'm shy, mommy. I'm shy.
So tell me, what's his name again?
Snook.
Snook. So tell me about Snook. That's an interesting name.
Well, it is an interesting name. He came with it.
Okay. So it's a rescue or a hand-me-down.
Yes. He is our first rescue, and he is the love of my life. We had our beagle before, our first son. We had him for 14 years, and it was a really hard loss. And so we got to a point that we felt like we could open our hearts again, and we really wanted to get a rescue. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Hound Haven. Out here in Claremont. But basically my husband was kind of the one that was the barometer on whether we were ready to do another dog. Cause in all honesty, it falls to him. So the moment that he told our youngest daughter that he would consider it, she had us at PetSmart that very afternoon, and they happened to be having the
outside
doggies were there.
If I look over that way, I'm going to take 5 home. Yes.
Yeah. And we fell in love, and he has just, I just can't even say it. He's so well behaved. But he's got his own little personality.
I think I have a theory. I've always said, I think the dogs that find their next spot, their forever home, know it. They're like, okay, I got another chance at this. I'm going to make it really, really good.
Right.
And they're just
we actually are his third home, which we are at. We just don't even understand, except for that it was meant that this dog would be with us. But he had been, I think they had gotten him from the pound. And then they had something happen in their life and they couldn't take him with. And so they had relinquished him to Hound Haven, but all to our benefit.
Yeah. There are legitimate reasons why people have to, and it's never an easy decision, I don't think.
Yeah.
But there are legitimate, and it's always good when they are like, look, you know what, I need to find somebody that can help me find a new home for my pup. There was a recent story where someone had left a boxer on a tree with a note that said, I had to leave to California. Please, someone find a good home for my dog. And that story just kills me. I'm like, oh my God. There are so many great rescues that will happily take you and the dog and help them find a place. So
yeah. Well, I was going to ask you about that. I know that your boarding has gone down, but are you meeting new little fur babies? Because I hear that people are adopting left and right.
They are adopting left and right, and it's really funny because our clients are calling and saying, "Oh my gosh, we got a new dog. What do I need to do to enroll them?" And we're like, "Okay, great. They got another one. That's great." So it is. Yeah. Staying at home has driven a lot of people to. Now I hope that it's a good story for everyone. And the majority of our clients, of course, spoil their dogs like crazy, and so we're glad that they've gone out and they're helping it. I've heard the rescues are like running out of dogs.
I know, it would be so wonderful if it could stay that way. I really hope that it does. Yeah.
And then in addition to that, we've kind of put out there that if there's anybody in the healthcare workers that need us, to help them out while they're spending lots of time, dealing with this whole crisis. So we've seen a few folks come in and enroll with us and said, and those clients of ours that are working at the hospitals are putting in some long hours, and we're really happy we can be here for them. So,
that's great.
So do you guys have any projects going on while you have this downtime?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm getting I'm getting in touch with my inner acrylic. We're, of course.
Oh, you got to have barriers to come back, right?
Pulling up hammers and yes, and then there's lots of whoops, I don't know what it just fell down, but anyway, there's lots of projects that we haven't had a chance to get to, like going through our files and making repairs on things, and so that's really been the honeydew, the honeydew list. Is that what they call it? The honey bucket, the honeydew, I don't know, whatever it is.
The honeydew list.
The honeydew list. So we're tackling that on, and then of course trying to make sure that we have money coming in the door, considering our revenue stream's gone way down. I know that there's this thing called a PPP. We didn't make it in the first round, so we're back in the races to see if we're in the second round for PPP. So
yeah, don't give up on that. It takes some time. I think they've hopefully worked out the bugs the first time around, and I know you're trying with multiple different people, which it's crazy that it comes down to that, because and then you hear of certain entities taking the PPP that really don't need it.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And have
How many employees do you have?
We have 51.
Holy crap.
Oh wow.
So, and we have half of them not doing anything right now.
Family. Yeah. I mean, you guys are just.
You guys are the perfect candidate. You need to have that PPP.
We are, and I will tell you, we were very, very, very far ahead of this whole thing. We were talking to our bank. I won't bring up their name, but
Bank of America.
Bank of America, mid-February, about, hey, look, there is a cloud on the horizon and it looks bad and gloomy. What can we do? And we started looking at all of the very traditional tools, and they were gung-ho to be right there with us. And then they said, hey, we think there's going to be something coming in from the government. You're the perfect candidate for it. The perfect candidate for it. And so we had all of our paperwork in, everything ready to go on April 3rd when the gates opened. My banker called up and said, hey, by the way, get on the computer, set in your application, and we have all the all the backup stuff we need. And we went to their portal, and it said we were not eligible because of a glitch. And so by the next morning, that glitch was solved. Now, the glitch was, it said that we didn't have we were with them. We've been with them for over 20 years, by the way. We've had 2 huge loans with them, and it said we didn't have a credit card with them, which we don't.
Oh,
and so
had to get involved with that, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah. Oh, and we call Stephanie Murphy, by the way, who's a fantastic. She's our representative. She's wonderful. She's great. But yes, a lot of folks had to get involved with that. It was solved by the next day, and we put our application in, and then just long correspondence with Bank of America, and needless to say, the perfect candidate for the PPP. We finally got a nice letter that said that our application process was complete. When the SBA begins to accept additional applications, we've got your back. Thank you for being a faithful client.
Oh, so, that was from the POA?
That was from Bank of America, yes. And then I had to call our banker and say, what does that mean? And they said, oh, well, you didn't make it in the first round. And I was like, oh, wait, what? I was the perfect candidate. We were there at the very beginning, and then of course, so there it is. But here's the thing: we have learned a lot, and we have we are ready to go, and hopefully in this round we will have our piece of the PPP pie. Well, and we'll be able to bring our people back.
That's what's important. Hopefully they're able to get what they need on the other end of it. As we, Dana and I have we own the office, and we have 6 employees. Technically, I don't really include technically I'm an employee, but not really, and neither is Scott. I mean, because of our regular business, but still, I can't imagine having 50 people and having I have a guest visiting. Oh, hello, Rick.
Hello.
I can't hear you, but hi.
This is the other half.
Yes.
No, I've got my earbuds.
That's Rick of Rick and Mike. So
yes.
Yes. Man, a few words. But he did. At least he got the blue shirt notice.
Right.
So yes. Well, Mike, we really appreciate you coming out with us today, and I know you got work to do there and all that stuff. But it's always a pleasure. And
no crack.
We wish you the best of luck. All right.
Yes, I have things to measure.
Yeah.
I have dogs to play with. Yes. So thank you very much. It's been great. And stay safe and stay healthy. And thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
I'll talk to you very soon. This is Rangers Outpost 407-622-4884. Bye, Mike.
Hi.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's awesome. They're doing so.
They're doing okay. I just, I didn't
realize are cool people, David.
I did not realize she had that many employees. I thought
I know. I
that many people there. Well, and I also thought it was 25,000 square foot. I think that's what they had open last time we went there. We used to take our dogs there all the time. It just with 5 dogs now. It's just it's a schedule. I mean, it's one of those places that you go to though because of the customer service and. Oh, he's still listening to me. I can see him in the thing there. I'm saying nice things about you, Mike.
I'm saying nice stuff.
I wish we could go there more frequently, but our location kind of makes it hard with our schedule and everything. But damn, they do a great job. He's the only one that could get Simone. You remember Simone, our black lab that we used to have? He was the only one that could get her inside because he would have to use his special dog.
His special dog whisperer.
Dog whisperer voice. It was actually, get in the car, Simone. Get out of the car, Simone. But, hold on. He looked like you want to say something. Did you want to say something?
No. I'm just saying goodbye. I'm saying goodbye. It was a blast. All right. Be good.
Bye. Oh my goodness. So, well, we've come up with some fun stuff with this nice microphone. The band I work with, we're going to do some professional recording stuff. I'm
so excited.
We're going to do our promo. We're going to do our promo apart. So after this, I've got to sing 2 songs, send just the vocal track to them, and then they're going to put that together. And then we're going to lip sync our video for this thing that Wanzi was doing the other day. So that should be video. I'm thinking I'm going to be in the North Lawn, as we call it. That's what I call my backyard, the North Lawn.
The North Lawn.
The North Lawn, because you got to get fancy when you're huddled in place. So
you do.
Well,
I just wanted to share. I know I had told you about this, David, but one of my dear friends had a horrible complication with this COVID-19 stuff over the week, and just want to let people know to be on the lookout for it. She suffered a stroke out of nowhere, and we're just hearing that this can be kind of a complication that comes at the end of COVID. She actually has had all the COVID-19 symptoms and is still tested negative twice. So it's just crazy stuff, so it's, and
did they catch the stroke fast enough to help her out?
Well, her husband was there right when it happened. She was at the hospital within 20 minutes.
Good.
We're out in Claremont, so they took her to ORMC just to make sure that she's getting, the best in care. And even the healthcare providers were saying, this is, we're starting to hear this as a more common thing. And I think the CDC just came out with this, with the stroke being one of those, new possible side effects, symptoms, that type thing. But people, be safe and be careful. Yeah. And I was reading this article, and one of the scary things is a lot of these people that are having the strokes, they're not recognizing, because they're so young, you don't think stroke, and they're having this slurred speech, and they're having, they're going through the stroke, but they're not getting medical care immediately. And I'm sure that you guys have heard before. And if not, I'm here to tell you, stroke is all about getting medical attention as quickly as possible. So any prayers, well wishes, I will gladly take. But we're just praying and hoping, and really.
Well, hopefully, with it getting to it that fast, is my understanding that if you get it within the first 90 minutes, they can give you a shot, and it really has been very successful in curbing a lot of the side effects of a stroke.
Yeah, she was very disoriented initially, but has gotten back her memory and seems to be pretty well aware of everything going on. Of course, she's got a ton of medication and everything going on as well, but the scare right now is really just more clots. They have found one in her sinus, so they're trying to blast it and make it go away. But yeah, just my heart goes out to any of you who know people who have this, and it's no joke, folks. It's scary stuff.
It's extremely scary. Oh, hold on, you can't hear me. Yes, you can hear me. Well, we certainly will keep her in our thoughts and prayers during this time, and I'm glad to see you outside enjoying the sun. I'm going to go out there a little bit with the puppies for a little bit.
Oh, it's a beautiful day.
It is.
The temperature is phenomenal.
The weather is here. Wish you were beautiful. All right. Well, you know what time it is. It's time to dance it out.
Time to dance out.
Different because YouTube does not like this video for some reason. They feel that they thought it was Spanish or something. Something along.
How dare they think our video is
it is not spam. It's original material. I think it's because it has the Century 21 in it or something. But anyway, so I'll see you. Oh God, I almost forgot. Wait, before we even get to that, hold on, hold the phone.
Hold on.
Tomorrow is a big deal.
Oh yes, tomorrow is huge
deal, guys. If you're out there, we're going to start promoting it. The president and CEO of Century 21 will be live right here on this channel. I have my questions. My neighbor was nice enough to give me some questions. And Dana and
those questions are good, David. I'm excited. I'm really.
Did I forward them to you?
Mm-hmm,
I forwarded them. Oh, I did. I also have to ask, do you think Carol Bastion killed her husband from the Tiger King?
I'm gonna go. That's probably pretty much of a positive on that one.
Yeah. And I also want to know where they see the iBuyer programs going. I mean, I know we have one.
So you're going to slip in the Tiger King question to Mike?
Like on every talk show has it. I have to. He'll appreciate it. He has a good sense of humor. I know you've not met him before, but he's actually very cool. He's probably our age, which is saying something.
Super young, very young.
Maybe
unbelievably young.
Your age. You're not 50 yet, so. And Scott was down at the office earlier trying to put together our new little doolally thing in the back for all of our stuff, and it was broken. I won't say the store, but it starts with a T and it has a big bullseye as its logo. And the instruction said, the one in the box says, don't return this to the store. So you call them and say, well, you have to take it to the store. And then they say, well, we don't want it. Take it back to there. So we're going to go to IKEA. We'll show them. All right. Okay. Well, it's time to dance this out. Everybody, we miss you. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Please.
See you tomorrow with Mike Meadler.
Yes. Woo! Yes.
And we're adding voices, David.